There is new evidence every day of progress in Ukraine's fight against Russia. The fireball in this video along Ukraine's southeast coast appears to be from a direct hit on a Russian supply ship. Farther north, near Kyiv, Ukrainians are moving to retake a town that was claimed by the Russians. Holly Williams is in the southwest of Kyiv in the city of Vinnytsia. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. Ukrainian authorities claimed yesterday that Russia has forcibly moved more than 400,000 of this country's people into Russia. Now, we cannot independently verify that assertion. To put it in perspective, though, that is roughly the population of the entire metro area of Savannah, Georgia. But here inside Ukraine, the fight continues.
Ukrainian forces say they're close to recapturing Irpin, around 14 miles north of Kyiv. The Russian assault has torn this place to shreds. A thriving town reduced to a wasteland with very few residents left. When most fled earlier this month, there were horrifying scenes as Russian forces opened fire on civilians. But the mood of the Ukrainian soldiers now, as they claw back control of Irpin, seems to be upbeat.
Everybody fears for their lives. But most important, it's a freedom of our nation and future of our nation.
The Ukrainian fight back is being fueled by tens of thousands of ordinary citizens, young and old, who are signing up to fight. At this military base, we found new recruits coming to grips with an anti-aircraft weapon, getting schooled on this heavy machine gun and learning to fire mortars. Officers here told us they'll only get around 1 week's basic training before heading to the front line. Glory to Ukraine, these volunteers shout, followed by an insult to Vladimir Putin, which we can't repeat on television. In the armory, they told us they're receiving weapons from NATO countries.
Hand grenades. Wow.
The officer in charge wouldn't show his face for security reasons. They're stocked with RPG rockets, AK-47s and bigger guns. This sniper rifle, made in Tennessee, arrived with directions in English.
Well, you'll figure it out.
But they told us they need more, as well as vehicles to move their soldiers to the front.
If we don't stop Putin in Ukraine, he will go more.
Lieutenant Miroslav Hai was a filmmaker and reservist before Russia invaded his country.
Russian, for example, can use nuclear weapon, but it don't stop Ukrainians.
Even if Vladimir Putin decides to use a nuclear weapon, you won't stop fighting?
Don't stop fighting.
We've heard a lot of anger from Ukrainians, a lot of emotion that their country is under assault. But something that we have not heard any Ukrainian do is complain. Not once. They're simply getting on with the job of defending their homeland.
And it's been inspiring for the entire world. Holly, we also are learning more about that Ukrainian attack on a Russian ship at a port in southeastern Ukraine. What more can you tell us about it this morning?
Well, Vlad, this looks like a major victory for the Ukrainian military. Amateur video shows what we understand is or was a Russian naval supply ship on fire. In fact, it looks like a giant fireball. This is in the port of Berdyansk. Video also seems to show other Russian ships fleeing the scene. Another one also looks very badly damaged. Now, we don't know how the Ukrainians did this. As you know, they are massively outgunned, but this will certainly lift the spirits of people here in Ukraine. Vlad.
Massively outgunned, but inspiring nonetheless. Holly Williams in Western Ukraine, thank you very much.